is a beautiful evening for baseball in Baton Rouge here at Ellie Box Stadium.
How y'all doing?
It's another spring weekend in South Louisiana.
We expect a near-record crowd
as Tiger fans pack the box for what feels like a special season.
Katz pops out to third, and it brings up Ray Bryant.
They're also witnessing potential history.
Rhymes leads the nation in hitting at .497. There's a little blooper out into right center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit.
Rhymes has more multi-RBI games this year than strikeouts.
He is the purest hitter that I've ever seen.
If I sat here and told you, yeah, I expected Rafe to hit 500, I'd lose all credibility.
The history surrounding Rafe Rhymes' journey to Baton Rouge goes back to 2008, when he was a different type of Tiger, a Neville Tiger.
Growing up being a Tiger at Neville, I knew I always wanted to come to LSU.
Wally McMakin, good friend, told me that there was a young man that was going to be trying out for the team and just asked me if I would just make sure that I gave him a good look. So I had it in the back of my mind when I saw Rafe at practice that this was the boy that Wally McMakin had told me about.
Maneri didn't offer Rhymes a scholarship, instead inviting him to try out as a walk-on.
I was a little unprepared, didn't have baseball pants, showed up in shorts, and just went through the tryout.
And he must have done something right.
Coach asked me to come back and practice, with the team for a couple weeks.
But his lifelong dream would not last long. Maneri cut Rhymes after only a month.
That was the first year that the new 35-man limit, roster limit, was put into effect. And so really, I couldn't even give a walk-on a good look.
Didn't really know how to accept it at first. When somebody tells you, you can no longer play, that hurts.
Did you question whether or not if you should still be playing baseball?
Yeah, I just kind of, when that happens, when you're told you can't play, maybe this is, what's in store for me. Maybe I'm not meant to play baseball. Maybe God has something else for me, playing for me in life.
Meanwhile, a national championship was in store for the team that cut him.
I was like, man, how awesome would that be? I could have been there. It's just something, that's a little bittersweet.
Rhymes spent that year just as a student, but that would change in the summer of 2009.
I'm at the beach. I get a call from a number that I don't know, and it's Coach Willis from LSU Eunice. I knew right then that was my chance, to get back into baseball.
He kind of weighed his options and made a phone call back to us and said he would love the opportunity, and then he decided to come over here.
Rhymes earned his stripes as a Bengal, batting .483 with 98 RBI en route to JUCO National Player of the Year honors. He also led his team to a Division II Junior College National Championship.
He had Nintendo numbers, is what I call them, something that's just absurd. It was almost a year that we would watch him play, and you couldn't really believe it was actually happening.
The Player of the Year, that was great, but to go over there and win is something, I'll never forget.
But his love for Tiger Town still remained, and a few months later, Rhymes received another call at a familiar place.
I was at the beach, again with my family. We were just, having a good vacation. It was a call from Coach Maneri, and it kind of, caught me off guard. On my way back from the beach, I stopped in Baton Rouge and had a meeting with Coach.
And what was said in that meeting, and what was it like?
Just kind of talked about my year at Eunice. It was a real good meeting, just got to meet with him again. It was great. Then at the end of the meeting, he offered me a scholarship.
Rhymes hit .360 in his first year with the Tigers, but LSU failed to make a regional. However, that was the least of his worries. Rhymes needed Tommy John surgery on his right elbow.
That was pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. I had never dealt with, an injury. I didn't really want to miss any fall ball or anything. I knew that was gonna set me back, but I knew it was best for me, so the doctors encouraged it, and I went with it.
Blessing might be an understatement. This season, Rhymes has done the undoable, hitting .503 so far. He's on pace to shatter the school record of .410 set by Russ Johnson in 1994, and is chasing Dave Magadan's SEC record of .525 in 1983.
I don't like to look at the stat and say, oh, I'm hitting this or, whatever, but, the stats are something that's happened in the past.
It's a scary, scary thought to think where we'd be without Rafe Rhymes.
But Rhymes is more concerned with filling a void from 3 years ago, winning a national championship, not looking on as a student, but as a player, contributing, contending, competing.
Personal goal is lead the team to Omaha. Winning is the ultimate goal. It's always been a goal of mine. I'm not big into the personal goals. Definitely leading a team to Omaha would be the biggest goal.